My best deadlift ever happened last summer. I did 490 pounds. In June, I fell off my bike and I sprained my elbow really bad. I was in a cast, I could barely even bend my arm, but I stayed positive and kept training. And now, only 2 months later, I was able to beat my all-time best after doing 0 heavy deadlifts since my injury. I got 495 without even training for it. So now I officially have 5 plates, which I consider a decent deadlift. Not only has this injury got me to PR, but it's also set me up for the future. I'm gonna tell you everything I did with my program since I injured my elbow. I wanna inspire you and I wanna freaking motivate you, okay? Firstly, I wanna mention that even though I PR'd, I did lose a little bit of strength. When I injured my elbow, my training was going really well. I did 445 for 7. I was doing heavy singles with different variations. I estimate when I got injured, my max was probably around 515. So even though I lost a little bit of strength, I still managed to PR, which is quite nice. Actually, training the deadlift was out of the question because I couldn't even straighten my arm fully, but I could still train the muscles that are involved. That being the hamstrings, the glutes, abs, lower back, upper back, and the quads. Getting injured was a blessing in disguise because now I could fully focus on these different muscles. Keep in mind, during this entire 2-month stretch, I did almost 0 training for my chest, my shoulders, my arms, but I still managed to keep most of my muscle in these areas, which makes me very happy. So here's my program. This is everything I did with regard to legs. I trained my upper body on a different day, but I'm not gonna go over that. I had only one lift that I trained specifically for strength, and that was an SSB box squat. I wanted to still go heavy at least once a week, so I just did a basic 5x5 and I increased the weight every week. I used an SSB so that my elbow wouldn't become a limiting factor. I had to travel an extra 30 minutes to a different gym that had it, but it was worth it. Next, on Monday, I hit good mornings, abs, and then hamstring curls. As you can see in this program, I use a lot of machines because it still allows me to push hard even with my elbow injury. On Wednesday, the main lift was front squat, which I love for deadlifts. Not only because it gives you general leg strength, but because it works your upper back and your core really, really hard. For me, I wouldn't even consider it a leg exercise. You can see in this set here, my last rep looked pretty easy. The only reason I failed was because of my core. The front squat is a great exercise for helping you brace in the deadlift. Next, I had reverse hypers and some more abs. I spammed this ab machine at least twice a week. You can never have too much core work. Friday was more of a catch-all day. I just hit a little bit of everything to try to grow my muscles as big as I could. I started with this back extension machine, which I can easily max out. Next, I did quad extensions, hamstring curls, and some more abs. Finally, in the weeks leading up to my max effort attempt, I did do some light deadlifts just so I wouldn't forget the movement pattern. As you can see, there wasn't anything special in my program. I just trained the prime movers of the deadlift as hard as I could. There's a saying that I've generally heard in the fitness space. A bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. If this is true, then I'm definitely gonna get really strong really soon. My legs are the biggest they've ever been. Now that I'm going back to my regular program, I think my deadlift strength will skyrocket. If I can come back from this injury even stronger, then you have no excuse. Train hard as fuck, put the work in, always be learning, and you will surpass all of your goals. I believe in you, bro.